Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, friends, wherever you might be in the world. It is I, the Arcane Pengu, and today I just wanted to highlight a very budget-friendly deck. Well, I say budget-friendly if you, of course, participated in the Refer a Friend code event where you would receive a deck box and some SWORDSOUL and Tenyi cards, depending on how many of the codes your friends used or received, I believe. I don't remember how the event went per se. Anyways, I have dubbed this deck the Sword and Souls because that was what the structure was named during that event, and my basis for this deck being the most budget-friendly deck is based off that event, because pretty much everyone has a lot of SWORDSOUL cards now, because if they refer just one code and someone received it, they just get 3 copies of Moye and the Taya, the Strategist, even 1 copy of, I believe it was Grandmaster, and I think 1 copy of Sovereign. I don't remember per se. I think that's about it, and a few other cards. So I think even maybe Emergence. But yeah, you would basically get all your SWORDSOUL engine cards, and if you just had, of course, some staple cards, it would make this deck very easy to make and very easy to run, because frankly, SWORDSOUL is actually a fairly competitive deck even now, despite how much time has passed and how many dominant and oppressive decks like Duel and Snake Eyes still exist in the game. I believe the deck is still somewhat competitive with a good enough pilot. I wouldn't say I am a good enough pilot, frankly, but with a good enough pilot, this deck could probably do a lot of work and could get you to Masters fairly easily. I wouldn't say Snake Eyes easily, but a fairly good degree of easy, in my personal opinion. Anyway, let's get into the deck list. We have 1 copy of Adhara, 3 copies of Maxi, 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 1 copy of Shatana, 3 copies of Moye, 2 copies of Taya, 3 copies of Ecclesia, 3 copies of the SWORDSOUL Strategist, 2 copies of Vishuddha, 3 copies of Ashuna, 2 copies of Big Rock, 1 copy of Protos, 3 copies of Emergence, 1 copy of Summit. This card is great. I love it. 2 copies of Called By, 1 copy of Crossout because Maxi minigame, 2 copies of Dragon Circle, 3 copies of Imperm, 1 copy of Blackout, and that concludes the main deck. For the extra deck, we have 1 copy of Boxia, 1 copy of Borderlord Savage Dragon. It has come up a few times. It's pretty good when it does. 1 copy of Draco Berserker. This card is amazing. 1 copy of Adamantipator Dragite. I have actually yet to summon this card in a game so far. 1 copy of Cyber Slash Harpy Lady. This card is really funny because when you activate your grave effects of these spells you have, these SWORDSOUL spells, or the traps, or just Dragon Circle, it will actually proc your Harpy Lady to just bounce a monster your opponent controls. So that's pretty interesting. We run 2 copies of Chixiao, 1 copy of Packbit. This card is just hilarious. We run 1 copy of Baron de Fleur, 1 copy of Supreme SWORDSOUL Sovereign Chengying, 1 copy of Sinister. This card just absolutely devastates Snake Eyes, especially Snake Eyes Fire King, because when they activate their field spell, you can just banish it, or when they just summon their monster, you just banish it as well. It's just hilarious. It's a very good card. Obviously, it just dies because it only has 2900 attack, but it is just a great card into those kind of decks that require continuous spell cards / trap cards to constantly being used as their resource engine, like Voiceless Voice as well, actually. But yeah, it's a very good card. Very underrated. I actually typically summon this over Baron de Fleur most of the time now, because this card presses most decks nowadays, and frankly, having 1 Omni Negate doesn't do too much in this meta, let's be honest. I run 1 copy of Typhon. This card is great because it just gives going second somewhat of a playable option, and doesn't leave you dead in the water too much to BS combo decks, but frankly, it can only do so much, so it's not the best card, but it does help. 2 copies of Monk of the Tenyi because Monk of the Tenyi, 1 copy of Shaman because Shaman is hilarious and can sometimes summon Taya, but most of the time I've only used it to summon the Monk. That way I can just pop a card on attacking. But obviously, typically you want to summon something like Taya with the effect of Shaman. Anyway, that concludes the deck list. I am by no means a SWORDSOUL expert. I haven't played this deck in forever. I tried picking it up and playing it in the beginning of the season because I feel like it's a deck that's really good at ranking up from Plat to Diamond with, and even through Diamond to Masters with fairly easily, but Anyways, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's get into the first game. Okay, going second here with Maxi, Vishuddha, Protos, and double Call by the Grave. 42 card deck. Ooh, this is Voiceless Voice. Interesting. Okay, well, our hand is just absolutely abysmal here because all we have as interaction is just Maxi, so we're kind of in an awkward spot here. Okay, so they added. Okay, so they might have Saphira in hand already, I'm assuming. Ooh, that's obnoxious. At least now we don't have to worry about a Gamma here, but we are just dead in the water too. Interesting. Do they have Hierarch in hand already? Is that why they did that? That would make sense. Yeah, because normally you would send Hierarch here to the graveyard, and then you would tribute the Diviner to then summon. Yeah, to then summon the Hierarch, and Diviner will trigger. Oh, they're planning on tributing the Diviner instead. Okay, via the prayers. That's right. That is an option you could do. Well, we do just get blown out here if they have a response to this Maxi. But frankly, honestly, I'm okay if I get blown out here. I don't want to win via Maxi. It's not the most fun. Okay, never mind. Okay, they had a response there, which means they also have a Maxi in hand. Or a called by, maybe. And they're deciding to hold off the called by because they have Maxi in hand. Not sure. Yeah, I don't like playing Maxi. I know some people argue it's a necessary evil, but it's really not, because combo decks can just combo off and then just Maxi you in your draw phase. So there's not a good enough argument for Maxi in the game, but I'm not here to complain about Maxi. I'm sorry, what? That's different. I've never seen any Voiceless Voice play this card because it's not a good card. It's a win more card. Yeah, first off, you need low on the field. Ooh, Dynamundo. Wait, there's something Dynamundo, but they don't have... Oh, SP Little Knight. Interesting, okay. Well, that Imperm just completely clears SP Little Knight here. I feel like that was wasted. That was a wasted turn. I think they panicked there. They didn't really have to do... I mean, I guess they still have the Skull Guardian in hand. Maybe they just have Hierarch? I don't know. I don't know, I feel like that was weird. I mean, they definitely don't have Hierarch in hand, because if they did, they could have chained the Hierarch effect to the Maxi, so that's certainly... Okay, yeah, we're really... Yeah, that was obvious. They had the Maxi since they had a response. Yeah, we should Imperm first here, before we call by. So we'll Imperm first. Then we'll just call by here. Yep. And there's the game. Our hand was actually pretty bad, but we still won anyway because Maxi. Anyways, that was underwhelming. Well, on to the next game. Okay, going second again. We have Maxi once again in our hand with Tiny Spirit Shatana, the Dragon Circle, and the Summit. We can't really respond to that effect. We will let them resolve the effect. They're probably adding Unicorn here. Typical planet plays Unicorn, summon, add Theosis, summon Fenrir, add Rice Heart effect, banish any other Kashtira from the deck. Or they could just make the rank 7 first and then activate Rice Heart. And then typically when they do that, they banish the trap card for the deck. I think it's called Big Bang, and then Big Bang just immediately gets them some value. Okay, never mind. This is just Voiceless Voice Kashtira. I don't understand why people play this variant of the deck. Voiceless Voice is good on its own without Kashtira. In fact, trying to shoehorn the Kashtira engine in there makes it a little awkward, in my personal opinion. Because the Kashtira cards are good because they're big bodies that do other things, like banish a card from your opponent's field or look at your opponent's extra deck. If you just tribute them, which I assume they're using them for Tribute Father, then you just lose value on that play, so it's a little weird. Interesting. Yeah, and also if you just summon now, your Kashtiras are just dead in your hand. You can't summon them from the hand anymore, so it's a little weird. It's a little crusty. Ooh, that strategist really gave us some good plays there. We don't need to negate this. They might have a low in hand anyways. Negating this won't be worth it. Besides, we can just negate this. Oh, actually, we cannot. We cannot negate this. Ooh, I misplayed there. I forgot that we can't negate this. But either way, they might have a low in the hand and they were trying to bait us. So I don't trust that. I've had that happen to me many times. Putting them on not having it is never a good idea, frankly. Yeah. Can't target Voiceless Voice cards anymore, but it's not a big deal. They do get to summon the old man here, which is a little annoying, but not too annoying, so it's fine. Yeah, Barrier is just a really good card. Ooh, they're adding Zephyr. They already have old man Sarvis in hand already, because with a hand like this, I would assume they would add Sarvis to the hand. That way they can shuffle back these two and then summon Sarvis. So I guess they don't. Yeah, I'm fairly okay with this. Yeah, my hand's a little suspicious, but it's not too bad. Question now is, this doesn't target, does it? Yeah, this doesn't target. And this is during the damage step. So it's, yeah, we can take a lot of damage and get rid of the Skull Guardian. No, wait, that's why they, okay, so that's why they left that. Interesting. Well, I get the sense they might have a Max C here actually. Now that I think about it, I think they might have a Max C. Oh, no Max C? Okay, great. So what we're going to do here is we're going to... Ooh, that field spell makes things really awkward. We're going to Monk of the Tenny. We're going to take a lot of damage here, but it's honestly very worth it. We're going to then crash. Yeah, life points are a resource, guys, it's fine. Since this is a damage step effect and it doesn't target, we can just bring back our Tenny and destroy that. This is damage step, they shouldn't be able to respond. Hello? Did they change that? This is a damage step effect, or is this just is this a when negate, or is this an if negate? Hold on. Oh, when? Yikes. Okay, that's on me. I forgot. I didn't think they had that. That's a problem. I forgot that this was a when effect, not an if effect. Yeah, if it was an if effect, the damage step would have gone through, I believe. At least that's what I've noticed with if effects. So that was unfortunate. I had, yeah, that was a. That would have, yeah, that would have changed my game plan a little bit more there if I had known better. But honestly, my hand is not the best, so it wouldn't have mattered too much. We do have the Imperm, so we're not really threatened by their deck to hard degree here. I believe we just. This is a little weird. If I Heavenly Dragon Circle. Because I need a level 4 somehow. Yeah, I would need to. I would still need a 10 here. Can I get to the 10? If I summon. No, I can't. I can't get to the 10. Yeah. Yeah, we're kind of in an awkward spot. I feel like at least having a second body on board would be better for me in the long run. So I think I should Heavenly Circle here and get rid of this. Add a Taya. No, not some. Yeah, having a second body on field would be very good for me here. We will banish Monk of the Tenny here. No, we will not. Not yet. No. Okay. Actually, if we were to make Baxia, we don't have a Worm in hand. That's right. Okay, yeah, we can't do that. This is really rough. Yeah, we just have to make the Baron here. Yeah, Baron pop this. When they enter battle, they attack. We will just imperm this because it can be targeted. If they attempt to activate this, we'll just negate it. And then if they... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I believe the Baron play is the optimal play, unfortunately. We do... Oh, wait, but if they're running Super Polymerization, which this deck does tend to run, we just played into it. Yeah, we really... Yeah, we honestly, we were just locked in a very difficult position here, frankly. Yeah, we're kind of screwed now if they have these Super Poly. I forgot that this deck is known for running that because it's just, it can fit. Well, maybe they don't run that because they're running the Kashtira engine, so maybe they don't have the space for the Super Poly instead. Yeah, there's a chance for that. Okay, I believe in that. That's fine. Let me just read this one more time because I believe by an opponent's card effect. Okay, so if they just crash and die, they can't get another card. Okay, good to know. I do believe they still have they might still have a Sarvis in hand, but they just added a Saphira for safety. Interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about that play. Oh, I see. They're trying to get a Kashtira onto the field here. Okay, we'll just negate. Yeah, we'll just negate this with Imperm. Yeah, they're trying to summon a Kashtira to the field. Is what they're trying to do. Because they want us to negate this with Baron, and then Baron destroys this, clearing their field. This is why the Kashtira engine is just weird in this deck. You shouldn't play this in the engine. Look, now they have to crash this just to get Kashtira value, or hold and attack the Taya. Yeah, this is just terrible. Don't run this. I might still lose here just because the Skull Guardian engine is just that good. That's just how good the Skull Guardian engine is in general, but the Kashtira engine is completely just neutering this person's deck and ruining everything for them. Yeah, we can just, yeah, I say we just ash this here. This is just free ash. Yeah. And they can go ahead and banish whatever they want from extra deck. I'm going to assume they would like to ban. I think the optimal play here would be to banish. Actually, I don't know what to banish from the extra deck. I mean, I'm still going to get my Chishao summon next turn if they don't deal with my Taya, so I'm not too worried about what they could do here. Yeah, my extra deck is a little diverse. Boron! Interesting. Oh, so they think I'm going for a Borreload play next turn because I saved my Monk of the Tenny. Well, I'm going to remember that for later as a bluff. That's actually a very good bluff play. I was never even considering that. I mean, I did put it in the deck for those instances, but I just didn't think of making Borreload Savage Dragon next turn. Yeah, see the, yeah. And just like that, the Kashtira engine just completely hinders the Skull Guardian deck. Yeah, don't run Cash and Skull Guardian. It's not a thing. It shouldn't be a thing at all. Look at this. Yeah, it just clashes. Just because they're level 7 doesn't mean you should run it. I understand why you'd want to do this, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, it just completely clashed with them, and it was not a good. It's not a good deck choice. Don't do that. Some decks are fine, just pure. Anyway, on to the next duel. All right, going first, we have Maxi, Moye, Vishuda, Ashuna, and a Called By. Well, we have no way of playing around Imperm, so I see no point in summoning either of these two from the hand. Might as well keep them in the hand. Normally, if I had maybe like a Taya in hand, I would summon Ashuna first in case they have an Imperm, but I don't, so this is fine. Veiler is also fine. We can, at the very least, if they have the Veiler and Imperm, we at least get some value here. Okay, it would seem they have, yeah, okay, just the Veiler was all they had. But considering they activated Veiler, only if there are like 2-3 decks that play Veiler, which are Voiceless Voice, what else? I believe maybe Ubel? Sometimes Ubel. But I'm thinking Voiceless Voice so far. Or I forget the deck's name. The deck that oh, Vanquish Soul, there we go. Okay, so we'll still keep going here and hope for the best. So we summon Chi Xiao here, attack. Chainlink 1, Chi Xiao, Chainlink 2, Moye. Chi Xiao, hopefully, I'm hoping not to have to search. Maybe I just get off a good draw off the top of Moye, maybe draw into maybe, I would say, hopefully, a strategist. That would be pretty interesting if I just drew strategist off the top, but okay, so they did have the Imperm. Oh, they had the Ash. Interesting, so they're going to... Okay, so this is seeming more and more like Vanquish Soul than it is like Voiceless Voice so far. I mean, it could still be Voiceless Voice. I mean, frankly, they show me 2 notable staple cards, well, staple hand traps, so it could be any deck. It could also just be Fire King, Snake Eyes that drew a bunch of good hand traps, but who knows. We will be adding the strategist to the hand here. Hence not looking the best now because we just lose to too much interaction here. I'm really hoping they don't have a nib, because if they do, we're kind of in trouble. Okay, well, that was summon number 5, so no response means we're fine here. I would love to summon... No, I have the Vishuda in hand, so I don't need to use this Ashuna effect just yet. So I guess we have some form of recovery. Now, normally people would make Baron Fleur here, but frankly, as I've said many times, Sinister is just really good into the format here. Question is, I have been running into Lightning Storm a lot lately and just board wipes, but I never learned my lesson, so it's fine. I'm just gonna put it in attack and burn it for 1200 and pass the turn, and hopefully I don't know if I should even maxi in the draw phase here. I know I might be losing value on them immediately activating a card or effect, or summoning inherently, but I feel like maxing here in the draw phase just leaves me susceptible to a Gamma, which a lot of decks run recently, which is not fun for me at all. Okay, so yeah, it was Snake Eyes. Perfect. If they already have the field spell in hand, they would probably prefer to add the card that I forget what that card is called, but it targets and makes a card into a continuous spell card. The problem is, I think I'm going to attempt to activate Max C first, see what they do. Let's see if they drew double Ash. I mean, they've had Valor, Ash, and they had Poplar in the opener. They just drew absolutely cracked here. Yep, and the call by. Sweet, okay. So yeah. Okay, now that they've done that, I do feel it is necessary to Grandmaster effect here. We will get rid of the Strategist. Always good to keep a water in the graveyard in case you might need a Dragite here. But no need to toggle on actually. The effect triggers automatically. Okay, so they did have the field spell. Okay, well, we will be banishing that immediately. Yeah, Sinister just absolutely dunks on Fire Kings and Snake Eye. Okay, I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. Once they summon that, I just banish it and they just lose the game. Alright then, that was an easy game. They do get to add a Fire King spell trap, that is true, but they still lose their Ponix here, which is okay with me. Yep, get out of here. Goodbye. Yeah, Sanctuary is fine. They just have no targets for Sanctuary, so they're still in trouble here. Wait, are they running only one copy of the field spell? I mean, I know some decks do that, but well then, that was a fun game. Anyway, on to the next one. Okay, we are. This hand is a little awkward. Just a little bit. We only have the Emergence, so we have to add the Taya here. So we will summon Taya. Taya effect. There's Emergence. Yeah, I don't even have a worm to do anything with, so I just make Grandmaster and pass. Is what I do here. That's really awkward. Huh? Alright. That was interesting. Anyway, on to the next duel. Alright, going second with Maxi, Strategist, Vishuda, and double Imperm. Resonators are prone to be running, are known to run Gamma. At least the ones I've played against have had Gamma. But I'm still going to fire off the Maxi because I can't lose out on any draw value here, so I will just fire it off. It worked out. We do get at least an Upstart Goblin out of this. Ooh, the summit is pretty good here. Alright then. Well, that was an interesting game. Well friends, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day and good luck to you this season.